Yeah, it got changed up because originally E4 was gonna be like an LSD realm, but then
LSD realm.
yeah, but then whatchamacallit, Pavera and I were talking about Temple of the Lizard Men, and there was some map in that, and Pavera was like, what the fuck, is this on the sun or something? And then we're like, somebody should make a sun map set, and then so E4 became the sun. And so then I rewrote the plot. I rewrote the plot to be Gorchev is on the sun because only undead Bulgarians can live on the sun.
Oh, quality writing right there. Yeah, I won't be convinced enough if you post screenshots of
I'm curious how the super future fits into this plot line because I love the concept.
Okay. No. Here's the plot. Okay, so, you're in Bermuda, right?
Somebody's white blind.
Okay, you're in Bermuda, right? Because you beat Dust, and you're in Bermuda with Liam Neeson, and so you're relaxing because the Dust Wars have ended with the help of the Gwungul Hyper Hoover Vacuum Space Cruiser. So you go to Bermuda and you're gonna engage in some gambling on death trigonometry when a lobster merchant comes up to you and he's upset that your last name has two of the same vowel in it. So he takes out a bunch of like antique canvases and starts beating the crap out of you with them, right? And so you're like upset that he's assaulting you with canvas, and so you kill him by tying him to a skillet and frying him in the sun. But then it turns out that he was the descendant of Anton Gorchev, famous Bulgarian thespian who was in the movie The Crying Goat. And so, because he's a Bulgarian, he's actually a necromancer, so he comes back from the dead and is like, hey, you killed my kid, so I'm gonna kidnap Liam Neeson, and then we're gonna take the Hoover Gwingul, and we're gonna release all the dust unless you come and fight me. And so then he goes to a solar fortress, and you're like, oh, it's on. But then he sends the Spider Mastermind to the moon, and because the Spider Mastermind's so fat, it makes the moon go into collision course with Earth, right? So then you're like, shit, we gotta do that first. So you assemble your crack team, which is Denzel Washington, the science guy, who is Bill Nye and Denzel Washington, and they did the fusion dance. And so he's one of them. And then there's Chambo, which is Chinese Rambo. I forget all of them. Anyways, they all die as soon as the battle starts. So everybody's dead but you. That's why map 1 of episode 1 has all the dead Marine corpses. That's your whole team. So Denzel Washington dead, Chambo dead, yeah. All those guys are dead. So then you're in Norway. So you have to go to Norway because Norway has the space catapult that can launch you to the moon. So that's episode 1. Then you go to the moon, and then after you kill the Spider Mastermind, like, because there's no more fatness on the moon just goes back to its original orbit. So then you can focus on the sun. But because the sun, has constant nuclear fusion happening, and that's really loud, you have to go to the super future to turn down the volume on the sun at the universal soundboard so that you can go to the sun, because otherwise it'll be too loud. And then you go to the sun.
I wouldn't be convinced of that plot if you showed screenshots of each level.
Holy shit! Fuck my sides. They are splitting. What a heinous supercock transcendent masturbatory fantasy is this?
Tarnsman, I just want to congratulate you. You have officially made the best plot for a video game I have ever heard.
And the moon has Asia on it because even though Asia takes up more surface area than the moon, we just lifted Asia up and threw it on the moon like wrapping paper. And so that's lunar Asia.
I feel like this has solved so many problems.
Anyway, so that's how the super future ties into the sun, because you have to turn down the sun.
Oh my god!
And the heat is an issue because on E4M4, when you're close to the sun, all the light areas do damage to you. But then at the beginning of E4M5, I replaced the invulnerability sphere with the same sphere except as an SPF bottle inside of it, so you pick up sunscreen, so the heat's not an issue anymore.
Oh my god, you just made my night.
You've got to do something about this cult mentality. They actually think it's a good plot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's how that all ties together, Xavier, to answer your question.
I think you should just like quit modding because that's the pinnacle of anything that can ever be made in the Doom engine, like objectively.
All right.